In this video, we're going to show you to install the power steering pump reservoir on your INFINITI G37 X, located underneath the hood. On the passenger side here, I want to disconnect the sensor connector. I'm going to press in a little spring tab, pinch and pull this off. Sometimes these can be stuck, so while pushing in, you can use a screwdriver and just gently pry that up and off. Follow this over here to the box, and you're going to have two little tabs here. You want to pinch in on these here to release that. If you follow the harness over, you want to pinch on the two tabs on either side. I'm going to use a pair of pliers to gently pinch and pull this out. Now, where the air intake tube comes down to the air filter box, you have a band clamp. You can use an 8mm socket or a flathead screwdriver to loosen the clamp. On the left-hand side, we have a 10mm bolt securing the airbox to this bracket. Loosen and remove that bolt. We can grab the air filter box. We want to gently wiggle this up and out. Separate the air intake tube. And pull this up and out and set it aside. Ideally, you want to grab some sort of container and set that in here. We're going to open up our cap. You can use an extraction tool to go ahead and remove as much of that power steering fluid as possible. And I can remove these components. Now we want to go ahead and disconnect these two hoses to our reservoir. Before we do so, I'm going to take a couple towels here, or drip mats, and put them underneath to help catch any residual fluid that might be coming out. Using a pair of pliers, let's go ahead and compress this clamp and slide it back. Do the same for the other side. Good, twist those hoses just to break them free off of the unit itself. So our base mats had caught the residual fluid there. I'm going to grab another one and just tuck this up underneath. And let's remove the other hose here. On the back side, there's a little metal tab. We're going to use a flathead screwdriver and go and get behind there and kind of twist that out a little bit and lift up on the reservoir. Now at this point, it should give us a little more access to this hose to pull this off. On the new reservoir, you want to be sure to go ahead and remove these caps. Install your hoses. Probably remove your drip rags here. Install your clamps. Let's go ahead and line this up. Slide the bracket together like that. And we're going to use some spray solvent to clean up any residual fluid here. Now on the side of the reservoir, you're going to have hot parameters. So if you have the power steering fluid warmed up and you've driven the car, you need to have your fluid in between these two lines. If it's cold like ours is, we're going to go ahead and fill up this reservoir in between these two lines here. Now yours is probably not going to be highlighted in black as ours is. We did that just to show you the parameters here. But you want to go ahead and use the appropriate power steering fluid recommended for this vehicle and fill it up. Once you fill it up, take your cap, simply line that up, press that on, snap it into place, and now you can install your intake box. And while installing your air boxes here, you want to make sure that these two plastic studs here go into the rubber grommets on the inside of the frame rail. And we have this port here on the bottom front edge that goes onto a hose down below as well. Let's go ahead and snug that down. Install your wiring harness here. Insert the clip, electrical connector, and use your flathead screwdriver to go ahead and snug down our clamp. Go ahead and open up your reservoir cap here. Use the appropriate fluid recommended for the vehicle. If you want, you can use a funnel. I'm going to go ahead and fill that up to the cold line on the reservoir. Remove that. Go ahead and set your cap back into place. We have some fluid filled up here. You now want to hop into the vehicle before you start the vehicle. You want to go ahead and cycle the steering wheel left and right 10 complete cycles, lock to lock. What this is going to do is purge out any of the air bubbles in the system. You want to go ahead and check the fluid, make sure that it is topped off in the cold position. Then at that point there, you can go ahead and take the vehicle for a test ride. Come on back and check that fluid level one more time and top it off as needed.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.